Good morning students, this is Joy Varghese from Uncovering Chemistry. Today in this video 5, chapter 5 states of matter, topic 5.4 and 5.5.1, we will be discussing about the gas law, and also in gas law we will be discussing about Boyle's law. Right now in your textbook where we stopped last time, we stopped at this position. If you remember, the look at the periodic table shows that only 11 elements are gaseous, what we say. That is, you can see these elements. In group 1, hydrogen is the gas, what we say. Then when we talk about group 15, nitrogen, group 16, oxygen, 17, fluorine and chlorine are in gaseous state. These all are found in diatomic state. Diatomic means H2, N2, O2, F2, Cl2, like this, right? And these are noble gas, what we say. They all are in gaseous state. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, what we say, right? Now, when we talk about this part, here one question is there. You can see this. This is the question, right? The gaseous state is characterized by the following physical properties. So these are the physical properties of gaseous state. One question can be asked. This you have to write it in your fair book. Now what is it? Gases are highly compressible. This you must have already studied in which class? 10th standard. Gases exert pressure equally in all directions. That is, now suppose when you inflate your tube inside the cycle tire, what we say, you will see that it will not bulge at one place, right? But it will inflate in what we call all directions, right? So this is the reason, what we say, this property is responsible for that. Gases have much lower density than that of the solid and liquid. That everyone know. We know the formula, density is equal to mass upon volume. So when we compare this, gases have lower density compared to solid and liquids. The volume and the shape of the gases are not fixed, and this assume volume and shape of the container. Means they don't have the fixed shape, but it take the shape in which they are being filled. Then gases mix evenly and completely in all proportion without any mechanical aid. Now what is the meaning of this? This we have studied that one experiment, incense stick, agarbatti. When we just light it in one corner, you will see the fragrance is mixed in the whole room just in a fraction of second, right? So this is due to this property, what we call. Now when we talk about the next part here, see, the simplicity of gases is due to the fact that the force of interaction between their molecules are what? Negligible. Their behavior is governed by the same general law which were discovered as a result of their experimental studies. This law are relationship between measurable properties. Some of the properties like what we say pressure, volume, temperature and mass are very important, right? So when we say here the relationship between this variable describe the state of the gases. Interdependence of this variable leads to the formulation of which law? Gas law. And in the next section we will be learning about the gas law. That is the gas law what we are going to discuss. Now when we talk about the gas law, the 4 parameters are very important. That is what? Temperature, pressure, volume and number of moles, right? So any of these 2 can be kept constant. 2 properties can be kept what? 2 variables, what we call it as, these 2 variables, or what we call it as properties, can be constant, right? And the remaining 2 can give a rise to the gas law, and in that gas law the first law what we are going to discuss is Boyle's law, right? Now next, now in this when we say the gas law which we will study now are a result of research carried out on for several centuries. That is what we say here. You can see on the physical property of gases. The first reliable measurement of the property of gas was made by Anglo-Irish scientist Robert Boyle in which year? 1662. The law which he formulated is known as Boyle's law. Later on, an attempt to fly in air with the help of a hot air balloon, if you remember, motivated by Jacques Charles and Joseph Louis Gay, Lussac to discover additional gas law. Contribution from Avogadro's and other provided a lot of information about gaseous law. So now first of all we will be discussing about the Boyle's law, what we say. Now Boyle's law, when we say, it's a relationship between pressure and volume relationship, what we call in Boyle's law. What it states that on the basis of the experiment, Robert Boyle reached to the conclusion that at constant, what is the word given here? This is very important. At constant temperature and the pressure of a fixed amount, of gas varies inversely with its volume. Means what? This is the word what we say. Pressure is inversely proportional to volume when temperature and number of moles of gases are kept constant. Okay. So this was the relation given by whom? Boyle's law based on the experimental studies. So the explanation of Boyle's law we will see. Now, what is written in Boyle's law when we write? See, pressure is inversely proportional to volume, what we say, right? So now, in this case, you can say with what is constant, two things are constant. Constant. The one is temperature and another is number of moles, right? So if I remove this proportionality sign, we will get a proportionality constant K into 1 by V. Right. So what is P is equal to, what we call it as? So P is equal to K by V. Understood? Now what is K here? So K is proportionality constant. What is K? K is proportionality constant. Right. So now when we take this P and V here, we can see PV on either side. So PV is equal to K. Now what is the meaning of that? That is the product of pressure and volume is equal to K. K means what? Constant. So when you take product and volume, product of pressure and volume, when we take, it is constant here. So this one you can, from this also you can derive a relation, that is for initial. Suppose for initial stage, if the pressure is P1, volume is V1, we can write this as K, constant. And when for final, what we say, if P2 is the pressure and V2 is the volume, we can write this as K. Now correlating these two equations, what we get, therefore P1 V1 both are constant, what we say. So what will be? P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So from this, this is also formula which you have to remember, what we say, or you can derive another formula, that is what? P1 upon, what we call it as, P2 is equal to V1 upon V2. So you have to remember this formula. Many numericals can be solved from this example. Now this thing as a graphical representation is given of this thing, if you see here. So this is the graphical representation what we are talking about, you can see here, right? Now in this case, if you see graphical, if a graph is drawn again pressure and volume, against pressure and volume, you will see at a constant temperature at 200 the graph will be a curve, what we say, right? So for constant temperature, this curve can also be called as isotherm. What is called? Isotherm. For constant temperature, isotherm, right? Hyperbola, what we call, we get a curve like this. So because pressure and volume are inversely proportional. So suppose if you see this part, this is the highest pressure, and if you see here, this is the lowest volume. So pressure and volume is inversely proportional. From the graph it is clear, right? The graph is of pressure against volume. Now when we talk about same thing here, this pressure against 1 by V, what we say, inversely proportional. At different temperature, you will see highest temperature, the what we call the line, the straight line will be at inclined position, and it will keep on declining later on as the temperature decreases based on this. Second thing, we know product and volume against pressure. When you count the product of pressure and volume, you will get at different temperature, you will get a constant value. Why? Because we have already discussed, that is PV, product of pressure and volume, is equal to K, and from that this graph will be easily clear to you. What we call at different temperature, PV against this graph, when you say, it will be a straight line, right? Now we will see from your textbook. So now here when we say, this is the relation what we have seen. Now K is proportionality constant, you can underline and keep in your textbook also. The value of K depends upon the amount of the gas, it depends. Temperature of the gas and the unit in this P and V are expressed. Now on arranging the equation, we get this one that what we already discussed, PV is equal to K, constant. It means that at constant temperature, product of pressure and volume of a fixed amount of gas is constant. This is the relation for this, what we say. Now, if a fixed amount of gas at constant temperature T occupying a volume V1, constant temperature, volume V1, initial what we call, and the pressure P1 undergoes expansion so that the volume becomes V2 and the pressure becomes P2. Then according to Boyle's law, you will get this value what we say, that I already explained, and this is the formula what you need to remember, right? Now the next part. Now this is the graph what is given in your book, which I already explained you, and also this graph also which is already being explained, right? So remember this thing, this you have to write it in your fair book, derive the relation for Boyle's law. I will just put a clip of it, how to write it in your fair book, one note I will be keeping there. Okay, next. Now in your notebook you have to write definition of Boyle's law. This is the how to derive the what you call Boyle's law. You can see here, you can write here definition, then you can write down this all terms which are given. You can pause the video and write it down what is given here. Clear? So this is the way, and also you have to draw the graph what we said here, right? The graph you can see it clearly. Clear? If not, you just let me know, so I will take a pic of it and then I will just send it to you. Okay, so this is the graph you have to draw, but a little bit from textbook you have to write for these two graphs what we say, right? This is just for explanation, this graph. So these two graph you need to draw, and till here you have to derive in your question. You can write derive the relation for Boyle's law. Okay, thank you.